Okay guys, so you're here to see the 5 hidden keto mistakes that you can easily make on the diet. If that's what you're looking for, stay tuned. Okay guys, so these are mistakes that happen quite frequently when you do a ketogenic diet. You know, it's easy to do these, so it's best to have a look and then say, hey, I'm going to avoid them. So they're really helpful. They help stop things like keto flu, or make it mild, or make you more energetic, make it less of a process in the first week, or continue it. So there are a lot of things that can sabotage your diet. So let's get on and have a look at number 1. This hidden mistake is neglecting electrolytes. Now, you can see here you have sodium, potassium and magnesium, but the reality is you also have calcium and chloride, and you need these to maintain a proper functioning central nervous system as well as your peripheral nervous system. Now, when you come down to understanding, electrolytes are just basically these with a charge. So when you see sodium, you know it's Na+. When you see potassium, the same, magnesium, Mg2+. But then when you come down to obviously chloride, you know that's a minus, so Cl-. So you can understand that, okay, you've got all of these, and you know they have charges and they'll have a function to do within our most important part of our body, our brain, down obviously to our central nervous system, the brain and your spinal cord, and then your peripheral nervous system of branching out nerves. So what can we see here? So sodium is obviously there, and you can get it from salt. So don't make a mistake. Make sure you have plenty of table salt or Himalayan salt. Himalayan salt will give you a lot of all of the electrolytes, but also sodium chloride, which is table salt, will give you sodium and chloride. So you get 2 of them there easily by salting your food, and you do it to your taste. But again, if you need them, trust me, you'll have a little bit more salt because you'll be famished for a bit of salt. So again, also you have avocados and spinach for potassium. Potassium has a function in your body. It's going to have, again, akin with sodium. What sodium fires your action potentials, it shoots through, and then it makes that charge. And then what happens is potassium comes along and balances it by shooting out and then bringing it back down to a stable state. So again, they're very important for just who you are, your mind. So what we can see here is you have magnesium as well. So magnesium, again, you've got options of as well capsules. So again, you can have supplements. So I put that there. So don't forget, you can cover these all. And I take supplements as well. So I take them all. So I'm covered fully. I just make sure I keep them limited. I don't take too many. So just make sure you have that perfect balance, not an imbalance as well. So too much sodium can cause an issue. So also again, if you're looking you're thinking, oh, what can I get them for? Look for oily fish, look for avocados, look for spinach. You can get magnesium from these sources. There's a whole range of sources. Okay guys, so the problem with this is that if you don't have them, you can have keto flu, which is really not enjoyable. It feels like the flu, and it's really not a nice state. Yes, your body will automatically counter it by changing your hormones like aldosterone, but the whole idea is you can counter it being hydrated, but also take in these electrolytes. Now, you can feel fatigue, you can feel aches, you can feel cramps, a whole range of symptoms. Don't make this mistake. It is a horrible feeling to have it. And again, you will also, it's negative because once you get these issues, your body will be knowing there's something wrong, and you'll be craving to break the diet, or your cravings will shoot up. You'll be looking at carbs going, oh, I really want those, or you'll feel really hungry. Your body knows you're missing something, wants you to eat, so be careful. So again guys, you can get calcium obviously through many things as well, mackerel as well, sardines and the bones. You've got a whole range of places to get calcium, milk, but again, you don't want it on keto, it's too much sugar in milk. So you know, if you want calcium, broccoli, cheddar cheese, there's a whole host of ways you can get it from the food. But don't forget as well, as I said, supplements are very easy. Okay guys, keto trap number 2. So looking down here, dirty keto traps. So stores fat adaptation. And what does that mean? Well, basically, when you become fat adapted, you burn fat really efficiently and you feel awesome. You can run for a long period of time, you can feel great, you feel calm and focused. It's fantastic. So dirty keto traps, relying on processed keto friendly foods. So inflammatory ingredients, hidden carbs or fillers, metabolic disruptors. So you don't want things that are going to interrupt your metabolic functions, especially when you're on a metabolic pathway for keto. You also have problems with inflammation, lots of carbs and fillers, whole range of things hidden. Maltitol, sorbitol, xylitol, all of these are going to spike your blood sugar, spike your insulin, stop your fat burning, or slow down ketone production totally. So the whole idea there is we don't want any disruptions, we don't want unwanted insulin responses, we want it nice and calm. Avoid dirty keto traps. Okay guys, so keto trap number 3. So here we go. Target body fat, not dietary fat. So the whole idea here is you can understand over consuming fat, excess calories blocks body fat burning. So what you understand here, guys, as well, is that you've got a lot of salt in certain products as well, so you want to avoid that. Avoid certain things in certain meats as well. You have added things like sodium lactate, dextrose, again, which is glucose, too much salt you don't want as well. But at the same time, you understand it's about getting fuel to be able to do stuff, then protein, and they both say satiety from them, but that's when you stop. You don't keep eating and eating and eating because you go, oh, it's a free pass. It's not. If you keep overeating as well, you keep spiking your insulin as well, and then back to stop burning fat. So all of these things, too much energy means you won't burn off your own body fat. So very simple and straight. Yes, eat until you are satiated. Do not go nuts. Okay guys, here we go. Keto trap number 4. So fat blocking traps stops your fat burning. Protein intake versus glucagon response. Okay guys, so what you're going to see here is that your body doesn't want you to have too much protein. If you have too much protein, what will happen is, and you've got too little fat, your body will go, wait a sec, if I've got loads of protein here, and I've got very little fat here, which I use as energy, I know I'm going to burn it as energy. How do I do that? I'll take the protein to my liver and turn it into glucose. So that's the way it goes. Gluconeogenesis. Be very careful, guys. Now, the other part here is glucagon, and you understand glucagon is a hormone that helps balance insulin. So if you have this hormone, it's going to tell your body to do gluconeogenesis. So you have to be careful and keep it happy. Otherwise, it's going to then say, let's burn to make glucose from protein. And that is like when you even starve and then you'll use your own muscle. So let's have a look here. Liver converts amino acids into glucose, raises blood glucose. So high protein blocks fat, unwanted insulin response. Don't go over 200 grams of protein, guys, or you will encourage gluconeogenesis. You don't want to stop your ketone production, you don't want to ruin your fat burning, and then suddenly you've got tons of glucose. You're saying, why don't I have any ketones? You've just put too much protein in your body and blocked making fat burning. Okay guys, keto trap number 5. Okay, so ignoring lifestyle factors. So what does this mean? You've got to look at things like stress, poor sleep, quitting too soon. Yeah, all these different things here have issues. So first of all, consistency. Keep going. When you say to yourself, I'm going to do keto, don't say I'll do it for a little while. You say I'll do it for 30 days. And let's weigh myself afterwards. Make sure I've tested my urinalysis so I know I'm in ketosis, and then see the phenomenal result. Once you see that result, you'll go keto all the way. Now, when you see this here, you understand that stress as well as poor sleep can spike cortisol. And this hormone is also then going to encourage your body to make gluconeogenesis. So you are going to have increased cravings. Your liver's producing glucose, so you're going to be out of the ketosis as well. So you have a whole host of things because you're stressed, because of a lack of sleep. Make sure you sleep 7 to 9 hours. Make sure you calm yourself down. Have a nice chamomile tea. Relax. Take life easy. That is the best way. Otherwise you have flight and fight response activate, and that means give us quick energy, make glucose, get us out of there. That's the last thing you want, guys. Okay guys, so they're the top 5 keto traps, and I hope you enjoyed them. Please thumbs up and subscribe. And guys, if you have any questions, please pop them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them, and I'll see you on the next one.